What is going on, guys? Fighting Game Select is back again. We are here today to talk about not just Street Fighter, but we're going to be talking about some fighting games today. And the EVO announcement just revealed itself.
Yes.
For the people that have been living under rock, EVO just announced their main games and what to expect for this year's EVO coming up. And I'm here with Justin Wong himself. How's it going, bro?
What's good, man? You know, the usual. It is the 2025 and everything's hot because it's like tournament season coming up all over again, right?
I'm hoping that the excitement that we have for all fighting game season keeps that excitement even with the road to Las Vegas EVO.
Before EVO Vegas, there's EVO Japan. There's like 4 EVOs a year now. So it's hard to, it's hard to keep track of everything and hard to go to everything too.
Let's get to the hot nitty-gritty stuff. All right, so how did you feel about the main games this year?
It's no stranger. I feel like easy Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, right? Like those were like the top 3. And then I think Grand Blue is very safe because of how many people are playing the game. Like it's like a really big community, right? It's not like it's not just versus. It's Rising just has so many people. So I feel like that's a safe game, like at least for like a few more years, right? For sure. So that's 4. We obviously knew Citadel was gonna be in there because it's like the new SNK big fighting game that everyone's like expecting, right? Mm-hmm. So that's 5, and then. Under Night, I feel like, okay, it was either between Under Night or Melty Blood. It's between those two always. And Under Night won this year, so Under Night. I was really surprised when Mortal Kombat won. I'll be honest with you. I was like,
I was that I
surprised.
think that one was the most unsafe out of all the safe picks of the main games, if in my opinion. And I'm not saying that MK1 sucks, but just a lot of like what's been going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you think about like, because the way EVO is supposed to be like, it's based off like how big the community is for the game or how much progress it has gone into like forming that you're keeping the community alive or getting bigger and bigger, right? And Mortal Kombat didn't do that. Didn't do any of that. Like let's we'll be honest, like. It definitely didn't do, I feel like, as much compared to other games like in the scene. Like I'm surprised that instead of just like that game, like either Melty Blood or Virtua Fighter 5 didn't make it, because Virtua Fighter 5 Revo is coming, and a lot of people are excited to play that game as well too. So I thought maybe VF5, because obviously VF6 is coming soon, or whenever it decides to come. But like I would assume that would have been like a great way to promote it. But you know what, like Mortal Kombat definitely has the casual players in terms of like casual, but they're not part of the competitive scene, right? Even though Mortal Kombat is such a popular franchise, I think a lot of people were surprised, especially with like on social media with the amount of hate that Mortal Kombat has been receiving on socials.
Yeah,
right.
I haven't seen not one positive thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's just the algorithm or what, but like I don't see anything like nice.
Yeah.
So
hopefully, Mortal Kombat players show up at EVO, so then people can't just talk crap about Mortal Kombat scene anymore. I think that'll be really good. But if it gets the same numbers as like last year, where it's like kind of like the lowest entries, like Third Strike blew them out. Like Third Strike, old ass game, 1,000 entrants, right? So
that was crazy. Yeah,
and then speaking of the retro titles, Marvel 2, and obviously Marvel 2 is super exciting, but it's not gonna get Third Strike numbers. It won't get 1,000. I think it'll be like 500 most, maybe even less. So yeah, we'll see. I think for the bottom 2 games, at least based off just activity, it'll probably be Mortal Kombat and Marvel 2.
So you say both of them were equal to 1,000?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe less, actually.
Man, that sucks. I mean, yeah, I think I don't think Marvel 2 is as like, there wasn't a lot of competitive players, like hardcore competitive players that is actively like right now.
Not now. I would say back then, like,
because everybody's parents, everybody's like dads and stuff. Like,
everyone's
like
older. They can't go out. They can't travel. Because I was talking to some of the the Marvel 2 like older heads, and they're like, yeah, like, are you going to EVO? And they're like, you know, I just bought a house, I got a new kid, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Going to
yeah, you know
Vegas
what
kind
I
of
mean?
expensive
Like
for a video game.
everything they're telling you goes related to no. You know what I mean? Like, I got a house, just got married. I want to go to Cancun for my honeymoon.
Got a kid,
you know what I mean?
a kid coming on along the way. So
yeah, yeah. But you know, I will say, Third Strike. I felt like there was a lot of new.
Yeah, a lot of new heads.
Yeah, because of like apps that people can use, like Fightcade and stuff like that.
There's no tutorials and everything, but there's definitely a lot more Third Strike tutorials. Like in terms of like resources, there's way more content for Third Strike, like learning tutorials compared to Marvel 2 tutorials. There's like a select hand few of players that make content for Marvel 2, but Third Strike there's like a crap ton. Super crap ton. I would be surprised if it hit 1,000. Like super, like I would be in shock if it hit 1,000 players in Marvel 2. But I just don't see it because it's just such an unforgiving game. Like especially when the collection came out, there was like a whole boom of people playing Marvel 2 online. But like after like the first 2 weeks of people just getting smashed by like top tiers when they're trying to pick like a Mingo Sun, they, you know, that's when you be like, you know what? Okay,
maybe it's not for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Marvel 3 where I could pick like characters like Hagar and Nemesis and do some damage to people. You know?
Yeah, man. You know, I you know, honestly, like just because I kind of understand like how the game is going to be played from a surface level of like good players, right? Yeah. It would be very hilarious at EVO that while I'm watching the stream and I see like Spider-Man versus Sun,
yeah,
versus like, Amigo, you know, because like we know what's going to happen further they go, right? We know
that might be round one pulls. You're like the first match of the day on stream. You know, you might get a Spider-Man and Sun and Amigo, but you're not getting that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It may not hit the numbers, but I think the viewership wise, I think it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, I think the viewership wise, like Marvel 2 is always a good like spectator game. You know, people like watching.
It's always been like that. Even back in SF4 days when Marvel 3, you know, like,
yeah.
Let's be honest, like the people who was carrying most of the stuff was like Marvel, Street Fighter. It was the same people, so like everybody was always excited for Marvel. You know?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, right?
I also want to talk about a couple of things, man. So like they have a extended
lineup.
Yeah, extended lineup. You know, like
it's definitely interesting, like the way they did it. Because I was like, okay, because you know usually they have like the community runs their own side tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So these are official side tournaments, but I think ultimately it's probably because like, so when you have a side tournament, like EVO will like, you know, like before there was like 50 side tournaments or whatever, right? That the community is running, they would have medals for all of them.
Yeah, I was thinking that they're going to get trophies for the official side games. That's what I was thinking.
So, but I was also thinking that they might not do like medals for the non-official side games.
Oh,
you know, because what's the point of having the official side games? Because the way they worded it is like, you know, we want you guys to be on stream and blah blah blah. But all the side games last year, like top 4, was on stream anyway.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering, like, maybe it's because they're trying to like not buy 1,000 medals, you know, for everything, possibly, because it's maybe they have like, what if they like order too much last year or order too little? Rivals at 8 or 2 have like huge numbers based online tournaments, and you know they can't use like Smash Brothers, but like Rivals 8 or 2 is like a really good like a substitute for Smash Brothers. You know, if it's since it's not a non-Nintendo IP.
Looking at the lineup now, is there any like overlap outside of Arxis that like one company has 2 games? I mean, I wouldn't even say Grand Blue is an Arxis game. I mean, it is because of the battle balance, right? But in terms of like decision and everything else, I mean, it's still
side games.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess no company kind of like double dips in it, right? I mean, last time we had it was like literally like 2013, right? 2013, 2014, right?
I think it just depends on like what game is hot. Like like now there's no overlap, but before it obviously there was. But maybe in the future it could be more. Like, what if EVO announces? What if Capcom announces another fighting game, or what if Tekken? Well, what if Mortal Kombat announces Injustice 3, right, or something like that, or like
what if Capcom make a CBS 3?
Yeah, there's that too, right?
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, like in this year, it's like their throwback title is like Capcom, so that's like 2 Capcom games.
Yeah, technically you're right. So it does overlap.
Yeah, and last year was Third Strike as well. Then the year before that was Marvel 3. So yeah, usually the throwback titles. I mean, Capcom carried EVO super hard during the back in the day times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it still is kind of. If you look at Street Fighter 6 numbers, it still is.
Yeah. So, but I do like the extended lineup. I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited. I wonder what like the next 2 games will be. I would assume it's like Skullgirls or Melty Blood or Marvel 3. Like, but there's only 2 more left. It says and more, so we'll see. I mean,
now this is my favorite thing I want to talk about, man. Top 8 coming back.
Top 6 was always such a weird number, you know, and it felt bad for people that's like that got 7th and they just couldn't play on stage.
Yeah, dude. It looked weird too because like when you look at the bracket, it was just like 2 like blank slots. It just didn't look good on the bracket. You know what I mean?
It did not look good.
Yeah, it just looked. It's just like, yo, I just see 6 names. You know what I mean? Like, and 2 blanks. You know?
Yeah. So top 8's pretty cool. I'm assuming they found a way to like adjust time that they could do their sponsor segments to pay the bills and also have top 8 at the same time. So I think that's really cool. I'm excited for top 8 to come back because, man, like, yeah, I always felt bad for people that got 7th and then they got smoked.
And then, and the craziest part too is they be having incredible runs and no one knows about it.
That's true. I mean, it's just so hard because EVO, it's such a big tournament. Like, you can't really keep track of like how many people keeping runs and everything, right? It's like so tough.
I will say like EVO had a cool upgrade where it kind of showcased how the players got to like where they were, and it showed like the elimination list of like who they beat, who were in their pools. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I think now with top 8 being back, I think it's even going to be even better. You know what I mean? Showcase a little bit of like how these people got here. So far, I can't say anything bad right now, right? We just got to get ready for that price.
The registration price.
Yeah. We got to get ready for that. You know what I mean?
It's like the Super Bowl of fighting games. So ultimately, and I'm down to pay the price just because of just how much it has to offer. Right? You get to go to EVO, play all these exclusive like games. Like, you know, like last year they had like you could play Sea of the Wolves, right, and 2XKO. And then they had the Mortal Kombat DLC, so there was always something for you to do, right? So that's really cool. I mean, like as a content creator, I'm just like, bro, it's like a gold mine.
But yeah.
So it's like it's completely worth the price, at least for a content creator perspective. But for a player or a fan, I mean, there's so much cool stuff you can buy there that's exclusive that you can only buy EVO, and you get to meet your favorite players. Like, it's really hard to be like it's a ripoff. I even though the prices would be high, but it's Vegas. Like in general, it's like it's Super Bowl. Like if you, like I'm going to WrestleMania this year, right? My ticket for WrestleMania was $2,200.
Man, you must got good seats.
I did. I mean, it's not like front seats because front seats are like over like $10,000. But like I'm like on the floor, but it's still like $2,200 for 2 days. And it's just like it's just so big, right? Like these events of like the WrestleMania of the FGC or the Super Bowl of the FGC, World Series of Poker of FGC. It's like you have. It's not gonna be like the same price as you would go to like CEO, Comic Breaker, or Tech Showdown. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you gotta think of that. I guess that because there's a lot of stuff for everyone to do there.
I mean, honestly, it really is. Yeah. So, I mean, even if you don't go there all day. Like you're in Vegas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're in Vegas. Go have fun.
A game. I will ask a question. What game were you surprised that was not kind of mentioned yet? I'm gonna go ahead and lean towards like 2XKL. I'm surprised we didn't hear anything about that. They just been like kind of. I mean, kind of under. They could be under and more announcements soon. But
yeah, isn't there like another? I would say like. Isn't there like another beta testing coming soon? I don't know. I feel like it's like beta testing season, like Alpha Labs, what they had last year. But you could obviously tell that there will be a booth for 2XKO. I think it's just like that means the game won't be out before EVO.
That's unfortunate,
right? It'll probably be after EVO because I mean, there's not many characters that they announced yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
You know, so we'll probably get more characters towards like later in the year or something like that. But maybe there might be a 2XKO exhibition because they had the Sea of the Wolves like exhibition match at like the 8-man tournament. Same thing with Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. And then Impact, right?
Yeah. So, well, that's another game that's supposed to be coming out this year, but there's no release date on it, I believe, and then because they got pushed back, it was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, but they said that we're going to implement rollback, which I'm very surprised that they were actually going to walk outside rollbackless and come out and tell people to buy their game. I was very surprised after like, it's not like this team is like never created a fighting game before.
Yeah.
You know, like this team created a game that had rollback, and it was the reason why it was important. And so for them to like make a game, there's two ways I can look at it. One, they don't have the funds for it, and maybe they kind of do now. And two, they were just trying to like drop this off and just be like cool with it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lean towards one.
Well, there was an article that pretty much was like, yeah, we don't got a lot of budget for this. So that was like the main reason. But the way it just looks like, the way how this game is going, it just feels like a DNF duel all over again, where you just like don't know any news, any updates, just randomly just drops. Like it just like, oh, here's a trailer, here's a character announcement, here's when the DLC is coming out. It's kind of like erratic, right? Yeah. So it might be one of those things, which is unfortunate because Hunter x Hunter is such a big IP, right? Such a popular anime and everything, everyone that loves. So if it did come out with rollback last year, it would be probably in a good high contention that would be a game for at EVO. You know what I mean?
But generally, I hope the game thrives. I'm gonna give it a shot as always. But right now, yeah, it's looking like another game where like, you know, you wake up next morning at like you wake up early to like take a piss at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then like they announce like, yo, this game's coming out in like 4 days. And it's like, oh, well.
Bro, it's random because it's just so funny. Because when I was in their office playing the game, I'm like, man, this game is fun. And they're like, yeah, you can record footage. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm recording the footage. And they're like, yeah, you can record that footage of the character that we haven't announced yet too. And I was like, really? Are you sure? They're like, yeah. And and then I posted it, and they're like, yo, who's this character? This character wasn't announced yet. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That's actually that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I guess they're like, yo, you guys are marketing.
We're marketing, bro.
yeah, that's actually hilarious. That's that's a direction. Yeah, dude, like I hope for the best. You know, I don't want any games to do bad.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to play all the fighting games.
Yeah. And like I said, man, and with that being said, bro, thank you so much. I appreciate you being in this video. Where can they find you?
They could just find me at Twitter, Instagram, Twitch with JWong3Gs, YouTube, just type in Justin Wong. You should see my channel pop up. Pretty easy to find me, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. And with that being said, man, thank you again so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let me know how you guys feel about this top EVO this EVO announcement, especially top 8 coming back, and the games that they have, and also the extended games that they have. What games do you guys think that deserves to either be on the main stage and also be on the extended stage? And how do you guys feel if they announce 50 games? What will those 50 games be? You guys, I know you guys play so many crazy games. You guys let me know in the comment section below, but don't forget to leave a like and keep supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching Fighting Game Select, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.